Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairy Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. Let's get stuck into it with some crazy pylon action. He's actually blocking both the natural and the third base, but the Lings came out pretty fast and did manage to stop it. So the owner of the Lings is Mr. Effort. He is 23 years of age, from South Korea. Does not currently play for a team. It looks like he's actually retired September this year. So there we go. The ultimate not part of a team is obviously retiring. So yes, and his opponent up the top right side of the map is Mr. Why the hell did I search for San? Supposed to be searching for SOS, but I searched for San instead. Mr. SOS, he is 21 years of age, from South Korea, plays for the Jin Air Green Wings team. I got a comment a couple of days ago saying, comment SOS, he is awesome. So let's go and check it out right now. These Lings are going to take ages to get it done, but nobody is going to be scouting them anytime soon, so maybe they will actually manage to do it. And while they are trying, they are going to provide that awesome noise in the background. The music's really loud as well. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'll turn my speakers up a bit or something like that. But regardless, it is going to be an excellent game. So we've got a third base coming out for Mr. Effort. We've got a whole bunch of workers coming out. Long distance mining. Why are they long distance mining when this thing isn't capped? Don't know. Yeah, there we go, it's finished. So good job. And the Ling's going to continue to go on. SOS maybe starting to realize that there's something funny going on here. There we go, sending the Zealot over and going to be taking some stuff out. But SOS actually doing pretty good on the working numbers. We got a full surround. The Zealot trying to shrug out of it, does manage to do so, and the Lings do have to run away. They're going to try and get a full surround on it again. I don't think they're going to make it. There they go. They are going to run away and just going to run on back and start having a crack at the rocks again, because why not? I think it's got to go down eventually. Another probe going down to a couple of Lings. Down it goes. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Where's the Stalker? You really need a Stalker. The Stalker is busy taking care of this Overlord. But man, SOS is actually doing a pretty good job. He was doing a pretty good job on the workers. Still is, but Effort has started pushing up nice and hard and has taken a 6-worker lead, which probably will go up even further. The Ling's still having a go, but here comes the Stalker, and I think this is going to be the end of it for a little while. One Ling, oh, doesn't quite die. One single bit of health. So unfortunate. There they go, trying to get a good surround here. Actually managing to do it with 5 Lings, but 2 of them did go down in the end. Still a very, very nice job. And the Overlord harassment continues from Mr. Effort. And SOS is bravely holding it on. I just realized he's not actually built anything on the high ground so far. Absolutely nothing. All of his buildings are on the low ground. And yeah, looks like he's actually going to be walling off of this. He's obviously totally prepared for the possibility of that going down. And I think this... Does this fully close off? I think it might fully have closed off this side. I don't think he gets in there at all, potentially. So that is going to be interesting. I suppose he could cancel this gateway when he's happy to cancel it or something like that. I don't know. Maybe he's just going to let it go down. And yeah, there we go. There's the gate tech coming out. Mr. Effort, on the other hand, pushing out lots and lots of workers on his 3 bases. He's about 12, 13 in the lead, going for the Roytron, but he's already got a lair out, and he is going for the Hydralisk Den as well. So a nice, quick Hydralisk Den. Usually, you don't see it until like the 12, 13 minute mark, but he's going straight for it, and it should be extremely awesome when Hydras start coming out everywhere. So yeah, really, really fast Hydras. I would have thought maybe Ling Hydra, but he is going for a Roytron as well, so... Maybe Roach Hydra, something like that. I do not know. Maybe Ling Hydra with a smattering of roaches just for a bit of fun. It's definitely not a bad idea. Any sort of mix, any sort of game, you can always chuck in a few roaches just to make things that little bit better, because they're great damage soakers, if nothing else. Even if they're not great at countering anything, they're great damage soakers in pretty much every single engagement you can think of. So... yeah, why not? Bunch of Lings coming around. I don't think we've really got a ton of military forces for Effort though. Although there's not a ton for SOS either. It's like 10 units and 11 Lings. So SOS still a little bit better, but not all that much. And once the Hydras start coming out, and they are coming out in a very, very big way, yes, Mr. SOS is going to start to have trouble, because 10 Hydras is going to be very, very scary versus these guys. especially when you've got a ton of lings rolling in there as well and just doing a great job. Yeah, that is a complete wall off, I believe. Nothing is getting through there. Is that gap? Is that a gap there? Maybe that's a gap. I don't think it is, though. I think that's walled off. So, yeah, maybe a complete wall off there. Very interesting. We've got the 4th base coming down. He hasn't knocked these rocks out yet, but I'm assuming he's going to do that sometime soon. The hallucinated Phoenix coming in. Oh, gets owned by Hydras, but just the fact that there are Hydras on the map is worth its weight in gold in terms of scouting. And we do have the robotics bay coming out right now. Getting those Colossus out is priority number 1 for Mr. SOS at the moment, and he needs to get them out nice and fast because those Hydras are looking very scary, and nothing he can build right now is really going to turn these guys away. I mean, he can build up a ton of Stalkers, not going to help. He can build up a ton of Sentries, not going to help. Although they may slow these guys down a bit. Zealots with legs are the only things that may be able to help, but they only help a little bit, so he really does need those Colossus. On the plus side, though, he does have level 2 weapons already, whereas Effort only has level 1, so that is going to help Mr. SOS quite a bit in holding these guys off. Although it looks like the rocks are going to go down, as SOS, of course, has planned for it. Is he going to go for a flank? I don't know if it's actually wise to go for a flank on a major Hydra army, because all you have to do is get in range and you start taking damage, and that's it. So, he was watching for the flank there. Effort watching for the flank on the right hand side with those other forces. Not seeing a flank come in. He's going to move up. He's going to start to take out some buildings. He is taking some hits from the Nexus, which is not good, but he's pushing in regardless, pushing through the force fields, getting some more force fields. He's starting to get some units trapped. The first Colossus is there, and suddenly Effort has to be a little bit worried, but worried or not, he's going to continue to push through. But the Stalker numbers are just very decent here, and that Colossus is just not... Stop it. Oh god, I need a drink, man. I've completely wrecked my voice in the past minute or so. This game is just way too epic. So I literally broke my voice in like the last minute, just non-stop. I haven't got a drink next to me, which is a major mistake, so we'll just have to see how we can go in this base. See if there's any drops at the bottom of that drink. There was not, unfortunately, so we'll just have to go on and see what we can do here. So yeah, having a good look. So what do we got in terms of units coming out? Ton of Roaches, ton of Lings, couple of Hydras, and some Mutas coming out for Mr. Effort. SOS getting Zealot Legs, and 2 Starports. Are they Starports? They're Stargates. Stargates coming out. Very nice. What the hell is this guy building? It was an Observer, okay. Building up a ton of Observers. What do you got at the moment? 2 Colossus, smattering of younger units, and a whole bunch of units all over the place. So we're just about to get level 3 weapons. Very nice. Level 1 coming out, and we've also got level 1 melee as well coming out for Mr. Effort. No armor as of yet, but then again, SOS doesn't have armor either. He's going to start doing it though when he gets level 3 weapons, and those level 3 weapons are going to be quite insane when it comes to just destroying everything. I mean, all he needs to do is get a crap load of Colossus, and then he's going to be beautiful. He's probably anticipating a large amount of Vipers or Corruptors coming out for Effort, which is maybe why he's not building a ton more, and why in fact he's going for Stargate Tech. Looks like it may be Tempest, or maybe he's just going to go batshit and go for a ton of sorry, he's just going to go for a mothership. That's what I was going to say. Maybe just go for a mothership. Of course, right now that he can see Mutas, he may start to think about Phoenix with the Phoenix range upgrade from the Fleet Beacon. That would not be a bad idea as well. I find it very difficult to believe that after that engagement, he anticipated the building of a lot of Mutas. So yeah, I wouldn't say that he was going for Phoenix anticipating the Mutas, but he has seen the Mutas now, so maybe it's not a bad idea to go for that. And yeah, maybe he did anticipate the Mutas. I do not understand how he did though. Roach Hydra, and he had a ton of Colossus. How does that spread into Mutas? I mean, he had a ton of Stalkers. SOS had a ton of Stalkers. So I don't see anticipating Mutas as being SOS's brain plan. Whatever, I don't know if that's a word, but yeah. You should be anticipating Corruptors and Vipers. That's what I would be doing if I was Effort at this point. Just Corruptors and Vipers. And surprisingly, that's not what Effort's actually doing. He's sticking with the ground. He's got a few Mutas, but nothing that can really do a lot. And you can see here that it's really costing him. The fact that he doesn't have Corruptors is really screwing him over. So he goes in, he gets owned by all those Zealots, and now he is building Corruptors. And yeah, so that's very, very nice stuff. And it's not like... He's going for Phoenix and Void Ray, so he's obviously going for a full Air Force. Maybe he's anticipating Mutas as sort of helping out the Corruptors, as protecting the Corruptors. Because, of course, if you go for Corruptors, then you assume your opponent is going to go for Void Rays, and then you go for Mutas to protect the Corruptors from the Void Rays, and that's where you need the Phoenix. But SOS kind of jumped a step ahead, and he's like, you know what, blah, 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 I'm just going to go for Phoenix. And he forgot the middle step, which is getting the Void Rays. But he is getting the Void Rays now, so he went for the Phoenix before the Void Rays, which is very interesting. But yeah, he's at the end, he's still getting what he needs. And oh, the Warp Prism with a bunch of Stalkers does go down. Very, very nice. We got 5 bases for Mr. Effort. We got 4 bases for SOS. They managed to drop right on top of here. Both people with a ton of workers right here. Absolute ton. Oh, this is not good. I do not like what Effort is doing here, but he may have enough mutas. How can he have enough mutas to really go nuts here? I do not know, but he's actually doing it. He actually went nuts with all those mutas. Maybe, I don't know, he's just gone nuts with mutas. He's got a ton of Corruptors. He's laying down the green sludge on everybody, which of course increases the damage. I don't know why it's not highlighting there, but it increases the damage that they take, I'm pretty sure. Increases damage taken by 20%. So those mutas doing a fancy job. Somehow Lings managed to get up in there, but not able to take anything out. And those mutas really have done quite a bit of damage, even against Stalkers. Against Phoenix, I'm not so sure, but that's what the Corruptors are. So it's the Corruptors not so much there to deal with the Colossus, they're there to deal with the Phoenix. And maybe Effort has just changed into a full air army. So yeah, very, very nice stuff. Here we go. What do you got? Bunch of Lings coming in, just Lings all over the place, going in, making a pain in the ass of themselves. The Zealots attacking the bases. They've figured out that it's a complete air army, and they're not going to be able to do anything against the mutas, so they've just decided to go for ground instead, running after the Lings. The Lings are going to have a little bit of trouble here. We maybe need some more Lings, but Lings are still going to suck. So yeah, he's going to have to get some Roaches or something like that. A few Roaches out will take care of those Zealots quite easily, but it looks like he's just going to take care of them with Lings for the time being, and maybe one Queen or so. So still mutas here, but it looks like the mutas have mostly died. Yes, 25 mutas have died so far. That's definitely not a good number. And a lot of guys are dying here as well. Our income has actually been knocked back quite a bit for both players. I think these Zealots have been doing a pretty good job. This guy's got 5 kills. This guy's got 8 kills, man. They've been killing tons of Lings and probably a few workers as well. The muta numbers continue to go out, but I think that Effort has control of the mutas right now. The Corruptors really need to get out there, really need to have a go at the Phoenix, but I think the Phoenix are just too mobile. They're not taking that many hits from Corruptors, and the production on the Phoenix numbers is still pretty damn high. I don't think that Effort is going to be able to wipe those Corruptors, these Phoenix out with Corruptors, and I don't think he's going to be able to make any serious headway with mutas while those Phoenix numbers are still in the air. So it looks like Effort, with his full air army, may be in a little bit of a problem, a little bit of an issue here. Look at that Overlord just completely getting wiped out. The mutas getting taken out all over the place, and Effort is going to have to do something else here. He's switching over to Roaches, and we'll see how that works. Well, I mean, the Phoenix, they got level 1 weapons, they're getting level 2 weapons as well. Once you start getting up to level 2, level 3, they start to have enough DPS to conceivably start doing a decent amount of damage to the Corruptors, but it's still going to be tough. I mean, their main advantage versus the Corruptors is their speed. You can see when they're not quite fast enough, they do start to go down really, really fast. They're trying to make a go here. Almost 0 Corruptors dying, 1 Phoenix going down, and another one almost going down. Oh, snap. Zealots at the very last second at taking that base out. Not fun at all, but of course we just rebuild it and just keep on trucking. The worker number is 61 over 60, sorry, 60 over 60. And the muta numbers, are they pretty much all gone? There's only 6 left at the moment. So it's just Corruptors versus Phoenix. And the Corruptors like, why are we still going after these Phoenix? There's no reason to kill them, because we're the only ones that can actually attack at the moment. So maybe SOS needs to sort of figure that out and realize, yeah, you know what? I should probably stop building Phoenix right now, because there's actually no mutas left on the map. We do have a ton of Hydras coming out. And yeah, Link Hydra Corruptor, still a very potent play against a Protoss player. Maybe he'll be able to make that work. He needs to start putting those Corruptors to work, taking out the Colossus though, and not so much the Phoenix. And he is doing that. There we go. The Colossus all going down. Now it's just up to the Hydras, but unfortunately the Hydras are all dead. And the Phoenix probably did a great job lifting them off the ground. So that is it. Great, great game. And it's just showing how awesome Phoenix are when you get them right up there. So, yeah, I mean, conventional wisdom does say that Corruptors are the counter for Phoenix. But we can see in this game that if they are a counter, they're not much of a counter. They're maybe a counter, but only if the Phoenix stands still. If the Phoenix keep moving around, it's very, very hard to hit them with anything. As we saw, Effort had to resort to Hydras, and the Hydras got owned by Colossus. So, I mean, that's it. Phoenix, man. What a play against Zerg when you get enough of them. I don't know what can really deal with them. I really don't. There's no dead counter against them. The only dead counter, I'd say, would be something like Hydras. But when you've got a big enough group of them. But then Hydras are so open to other units like Colossus. So Phoenix Colossus, I mean, what do you do? I do not know. And there we go. Fantastic game for Mr. SOS. And yeah, there it is. So thank you very much for watching this game. I will catch you guys later. And this is Harry Muppet. Hope you enjoyed this game.